record on the computer. Okay, so for people watching, I apologize because I recorded Karina's yesterday and it didn't record the volume. So I apologize. And it was Archangel Ariel. So I'm going to update some of the stuff on this. Karina, I'm going to get the information from you with whatever you want me to add and put it on here. So today we're doing Sandalphon, right? So like sandal and then F-O-P-H-O-N, Sandalphon. Now it's so crazy because looking at the numbers associated with him, I saw 8, I saw 0, I saw 9. So that's why if we can just more focus on like the energy, and they're going to show us how they need to appear to us. So Sandalphon is so funny because most of the angels were not human. Archangel Metatron, which Melinda's going to do, he is the keeper of the Akashic records. When we come down to earth, we are all assigned a guardian angel. One of the archangels is assigned to us. And it's crazy because it will kind of align and it'll resonate with kind of like what you're doing in this life. So the fact that I'm an Akashic Records reader, that I got into the Akashic Records, and that Metatron is my guide. So I will also, if you guys are interested, ask, there's a website where you can enter your birth date. You don't need the time, but just your birthday, and it'll say who your guide is. It's pretty interesting. So that's how I found out that Metatron was mine. It was from a website. It wasn't a channel or anything. So if you guys are interested in that, you could put that in. So Metatron and Sandalphon are known as two of the ones that were actually human. In the Bible and in the Quran, Sandalphon is seen as an archangel, but in the Torah and the Bible, he's seen as an archangel. In the Quran, he is just seen as like an angel. He has also been, so he was human. He was known to walk this earth. He's also known as the twin of Metatron, which I thought was really interesting. I never knew this. I never knew that this angel was tied to Metatron like that. And then also he was known to be very tall. Like people that have said stories of him, they're like, his head reached the heavens, and they said that he was super tall. Now he's associated with nature, music, and children. So if you are an artist, a musician, anything with the arts, you really want to call on him to be like, bring me, what's my next best step? Like, show me, inspire me, bring me to be inspired. He's also known, they said that the reason with nature, like to really, really connect with him, if you go outside and just sit and listen to the music of nature, like the leaves rustling and the wind blowing and all those sounds, that's all Sandalphon. Those are all tied and related to him. So he's also known to be the keeper of children. So if you know somebody that's pregnant, apparently I do. So if you know somebody that's pregnant or having a baby, pray to Sandalphon to protect the mother and the baby. He is also known to be the angel to determine the sex of the baby. Like while the baby is in the womb, while he's protecting them, he's the one that says like, okay, it's going to be a girl, it's going to be a boy. There was an ark. I know I was going to forget the name of it. I'll have to put it, but there's a religious ark. And it's said that he sits on the feminine side and that Metatron is on the male side, and they sit on the arcs of this covenant arc, right? So like the right hands of Jesus. So he's also associated with the color turquoise. So I thought this was so interesting too, because music is what first started my arts. I took piano lessons as a 5-year-old. So this was so interesting for me, knowing that Metatron is my archangel assigned to me. And then I'm so closely associated with like music, and that Sandalphon is associated with that music. So I was like, okay, that definitely resonates for me. So that is Sandalphon. He was human. And like I said, when I was looking at, so turquoise is kind of like his aura color. And he, like I said, he's the angel for musicians, for babies, for pregnant mothers. Nature is how you connect with him. The number 089, whatever you want it to be, because the internet was all over the place with it. And also know that he actually was human, and that he was very tall. And he was known as the prophet Elijah. Don't want to forget that. So, when you hear about the prophet Elijah, that is who he was known as on his earth when he was a human. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Because I don't know if, like I said, I'm not hugely religious, but growing up in the church and stuff, you heard about the prophet Elijah all the time. And like I said, if those stories actually stuck in my head, I might have better detail of who he was and what he did, but I don't. But he was Elijah in the human form. So with that being said, welcome, Sandalphon. Thank you for being with us this morning. And let's get into the meditation as we call on him today. So deep breath in. Deep exhale. Let's just sit in this space as we're now relaxed, connected with Mother Earth, ascending our energy up to Father Sky as we get connected to the spiritual realm, all of our ancestors, our guides, our ascended masters, the archangels, all of the spiritual beings of the highest vibration only are welcome into this space. Sandalphon, we thank you for being here. He is saying to me that he is with us from the second we are conceived in our mother's belly. He's associated with music, but he also wants us to know that he is associated with the beat of our heart. That beat starts from that moment of conception, that don't, 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 don't. That heartbeat, that's that first beat that we hear. That is our compass. He wants us to know that he has been with us since the very beginning. All the songs, the music that come through us throughout our lives are there for a reason. This is how he speaks to us, through lyrics, through vibrations, through the melodies. Those certain vibrations just hit our hearts in the right place. When we are mourning and we need comforted, when we are happy and we are celebrating, when we just need some peace and quiet and relaxation, music is always there. It's always been there to be a friend to us. It goes through all the different stages, from lullabies to daycare songs, to those fun jams when you're little, into the angst of our teenage years, carrying us through our 20s, pushing us into our 30s, guiding us into our 40s, uplifting us into our 50s, ascending us into our 60s, revering us into our 70s, applauding us into our 80s, continuing to keep us in this plane in our 90s. And if we all make it to 100, all the way up into those higher dimensions. Because when you have lived a century, you must know some things. Sandalphon wants us to know that he's been with us from the beginning, throughout, and we'll be there in the end. Music never dies. Think about that heartbeat. When it stops, what happens? This body dies. We go on to another dimension. We get to pick another one. He will help us, and he will be with us in the next one. In this moment right now, Sandalphon, please show me the next step. Sandalphon is also known as the carrier of prayers to heaven. He is known to take our prayers and take them up into the skies where they would be delivered to God, to the higher powers, to the heavens. He delivers those prayers so that they will be heard. So let them hear our prayers now, our wants, our desires, our struggles. Show me the next step, Sandalphon. Show me where I need to go. Please illuminate the path that I'm supposed to be on. I know you may not answer me today. I know you may not answer me tomorrow. But I know you are working so hard to move things in my favor and guide me. I am asking you to please show me. Continue to make sure that I listen to my intuition and my heart so that when I do hear the answers, I know without a doubt. I trust you. I trust my whole spiritual team. I trust you guys, and that is why I thrive in all areas of my life. I trust that you're going to show me. I trust that the answers are going to come through music. I will hear you. I will feel you. I will keep my heart open to the answers. Take a deep breath here. Put your prayer requests in now as I remain silent. Take this time to connect with him, ask him, see him, feel him. Starting now. Let's stay in this space. Please go ahead and mute me. If not, thank you. Thank you, Sandalphon, for being in this space with us today. Slowly bring your awareness back to your fingertips and your toes. You just stretch it out. When we first got down, I was like, just sit. It literally was like club music started playing in my head, and I saw Sandalphon, like, you know how you would see like an angel like dressed in like that Roman gear with his big wings, and like he was like dancing, and then I started laughing because it's like his face kind of turned into my face for a minute, and he was like looking at me like, you ready, girl? You ready, girl? Like dancing. So I started laughing. I was like, yeah, I'm ready. So then him and I were just like dancing like to like club music, and then like his face turned back into him, and he was like super tall, and then we're just like our backs were to each other, and we were dancing, and then like, oh, you guys, like, just when you start to just really let the energy flow, and then my heart just started, like, the center of my heart just got like, just like feel happiness. I could just feel happiness. I don't know how else to describe it, or love. um but yeah, I've had my guitar on my vision board for the last 3 years. I bought new guitar strings 2 years ago. So maybe this year I'll finally, that's why I was like, all right, bro, come on, make it happen. If you know, you're the one of music, so help me to string this guitar and get this party started. So, oh, Nelly said, so who else? If anybody wants to add, please. Did anybody else see? Where's the chat? Nelly, I can't see what you wrote. Oh, chat. Feeling the twin connection. Yes, Melinda. Oh my gosh, Nelly saw him with dreadlocks. And when I said, show me the next step, something beeped twice in the other room. Yes. I like it. You think that's crazy. Yesterday I was sitting here. Um, so I've talked about this before, but with mediumship readings, right? The reason I haven't done them, am I medium? Yeah, I talk to dead people. I see them. There's mediumship readings are serious. Like, you're asking people to come forward. So I wanted to wait until my kids were older because we've had things happen. After a Reiki session, I've had little baby spirits come down. They wake up my kids, like after the Reiki session, even though I've cleared my house. So yesterday, my husband and I were sitting there, and I've been doing mediumship readings. So now more things have been happening. So um, when you were doing that meditation, Karina, and I said I had a little, when the bags were crinkling and the bottles were popping, and I said I started to feel a little bit of fear because a lot of that stuff has been happening. And I had to say to myself, these are the good spirits. These are the good spirits. Don't get scared. Don't get scared, because it's not scary, but it's how you perceive it. So I still have this programming, right? So that's why they were like, all right, you wanted this, you got. So we heard their Bluetooth go off last night. We were sitting in the room, and I just heard, now connecting. And I just looked at Todd, and I was like, and he looked at me, and he didn't even hear. And the kids were like, what was that? I'm like, nothing. Just don't worry about it. Like, and my phone's the only one connected to it because I play like lullabies or meditations on them for them, and I put it up to their Bluetooth. So I haven't played it in a while, and I was just like, oh, that's wonderful. Love it. The car light in my car, my passenger's car, the seat, the light's been on the last 3 times I get in. Like, you have to push it. So yesterday I had to say, stop it, guys. Stop turning my fucking light on.
Will do everything to get through because they want to connect with their loved ones, and they know that you're such a beautiful channel and vessel to do it.
And when I opened it up, that's why I had to start wearing hats too, because when you open up that channel of communication, everybody's like, oh, she could get my message through.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
no.
I
Not right
know.
now. Not today. Not this second. But did
I
anybody
had,
else have anything? How about
yeah,
Sandalphon? Does anybody else connect to him?
Sandalphon for me, like, was this very, 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 very tall, 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 like you said, tall. Like, I just kept seeing just this tall angel, and the wings were enormous.
Yeah.
They were so big, and I was just like in awe. And I always feel like angels like come through music. Like, so I thanked him for all of the messages throughout my whole life. Like I've said before,
Mm.
I've always had a connection with them, but never specific names other than Michael. So I was able to now learning about them, I can go back and I can connect with them and say, thank you for that. Thank you for that time. Thank you for that, and just show them gratitude and appreciation. I also wanted to say that this was so beautiful. Yesterday, I took a nice long walk, and it was just such a beautiful evening. And I was walking up a hill, and it was in the countryside because Mackenzie was at the barn, and I was walking in the country roads, lots of houses. So I was safe, and I had my phone. Don't worry. And I have my spirit team protecting me.
Yes.
But I looked up, and the sky was so incredibly beautiful. It was like purple and pink. I don't know if anyone saw it last night. But it was still light out, but the moon was so bright.
Mm.
And so I felt the need to just sit on the side of the road in the grass. So, like, I just sat in this field, and I was looking up at the sky, and I was practicing some gratitude. And I was just like, I am so incredibly grateful for this group. I am so incredibly grateful for Jessie. And as soon as I said Jessie, she called me. And
Yeah.
I was like, and she's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm thinking about you.
Yes. I was just
She
thanking
was
the
like,
universe for you being in my life, and then you called.
when you called, and then so I was like, I'm just sitting here looking at the moon. She goes, so am I. And I was just like, oh my gosh, it's just so cool to be connected like that. I just love that.
They literally said sit in nature in a field and do that to connect to Sandalphon. So it's almost
Oh,
like you were connected to him already yesterday, like going into this.
wow. I actually, oh my God, that's so funny. I have to tell you, my phone wouldn't have let, like, for the first like 5 minutes of my walk, I could listen to music, but then everything shut down. Like, I couldn't connect to anything. And then I just surrendered, and I said, okay, guys. And then I felt them saying, you need to listen to the music of the nature. And then I heard all the wind and the animals, and it was just so beautiful. So my phone wouldn't allow me, they wouldn't allow me to listen to music. They wanted me to listen to, yeah.
Their
So he
music.
must, yeah, their music. It was beautiful too. Wasn't mad about it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I don't understand how people can run long distance with no music. I
No.
get so mad. The great race every year up by it starts the location in Pittsburgh. There's no service up there. So every time that race starts, I have to start it with no music and I hate it.
Oh my gosh, that's
So it's
crazy.
funny that you say that because I cannot surrender. I'm like, where's my fucking music? You expect me to run with my thoughts? Are you nuts? We don't do that. Like, yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that. I should try it one day, but I don't think I ever will. I'm like, I can't. I need that music. That's why I was cracking up. Like, I need music pumping. My hearing is so bad from all the years of like loud music, loud TV, loud headphones. And that's why I was laughing as soon as I sat there. It's like him and I were just like
Mhm.
dancing to club music. I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't expecting a party up here, but all right. Like, I'm down with that. So that's so awesome. Yeah, Gene, he was like, you ready, girl? You ready, girl? Yeah, it's like, you ready, girl? But it was my face because everybody, my eyes, you guys know, my eyes get really big. I mean, I lost out on so many acting jobs because of that, because that doesn't look good on camera. But I'd always like, my eyes get all big. So that's like what it was. It was like my face. And he was like, you ready, girl? You ready, girl? I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Bring it. I'm ready. I really am. I'm like, I'm ready. Let's do this. So that's what I said. Like, show me, man, show me. Come on. So
Ever since
Anyway,
I started this, like I've been, and even before, which is so interesting to me that, like, right before you said that you were called to ask the angels in and for us to learn about them and study them and connect with them, I was doing that, but again, just as a collective. So, over the past like few weeks, I keep hearing in my head, every little thing is gonna be all right. And that song keeps
mm,
playing and playing and playing. And then the other night, I was um I was just watching television like in the background. And I don't like commercials at all, but this commercial came on and it was that song.
Bob
And I
Marley.
was like, yeah. And I
I
was
was
just, thank you guys.
I
Yeah.
play him on my lives. When I go live, I'm usually 90% of the time, I would say 95% of the time I'm playing Bob Marley. Nelly, he's Bob Marley. That's why you saw him with dreads. Sandalphon returned as Prophet Elijah as Bob Marley. That's why Nelly saw him with the dreads. Yes. And oh, you know what song I heard? That's honestly towards the end of it. There was a song, and the reason I was sitting there is because I was like, listen, I was letting the song play in my head. It was a Rihanna song, and
Hmm,
it wasn't resonating for me. I was like, why this song? So I'm gonna have to go back because he
yeah.
was playing that song in my head. And it was now I can't remember what song it was, so I'm gonna have to remember. But yeah, thank you because I forgot that song was playing. But anybody else? Dark skin as well. Yeah, Nelly. I wouldn't be surprised because Bob Marley moved so many people with his music. I wouldn't be surprised that those people, are pieces of Sandalphon like that came down. They have to. Yeah, I'm not surprised. That resonates for me. So, oh my gosh, Rob just said that's his ringtone. I love it, Rob. Yes. Because every little thing is gonna be all right. It's so true. It's so
That is
true.
crazy. That is so
Yeah.
crazy. And I just got so excited I misspelled wow.
That is hilarious because Rob has him as his ringtone. Nelly saw him as like a black guy with dreads. You're like saying, the Bob Marley. So I love it. He's like, he's trying to tell us something, guys. So we hear you. We hear you. He's like, I'm black. God damn it. No, I'm just kidding. He's like, I got dreads. But all right, guys, we will see you tomorrow. I don't know.
No.
I don't know which angel we're doing, but there will be an angel tomorrow. So
I can do Metatron. We can follow up with
Yeah.
you know,
yes, I was
if you
hoping you
want
would
that.
say that. Yes. Thank you,
You were
Melissa.
hoping I would say that.
I was hoping you would say
But
that
it'll
because
be it'll be it'll be on Monday because tomorrow's Saturday.
oh gosh darn
Are
it.
you
Yes.
kidding me?
I was
Yeah.
doing so well this week. I thought it was Thursday, but I knew it was Friday. Thank you. Monday. Melinda, that's perfect because I actually was hoping
Okay.
I wanted to do since they are twins or considered.
Hmm.
If we could follow up with Metatron on Monday, that would be amazing. Okay, Monday is Metatron.
Okay.
Look, that's perfect. Monday is Metatron.
Okay.
Everybody have a kick-ass weekend. I promise we'll do the intuition exercises next week. And yeah, have a kick-ass weekend, guys. And every little thing is gonna be all right. And we'll see you
All right.
Monday. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.